Good afternoon. We just stopped by. You'll see a storefront of our favorite coffee shop. Oh, there's no stamp of our favorite coffee shop, the Coffee Train. Yeah. So we hope you enjoy the video from the last couple days. Today was one and the same, but we have good news today too. Today we did hear from the architect that her boss, head architect, and one of the really good construction sort of foremen are going to be in the space tomorrow, starting to work on the walls, actually putting lime on them and making it white so that it has a little bit of on the brick part of the wall. So that's a huge cosmetic thing that we were waiting on. They're still working on electricity. Ceiling is still to be done. They have to get the HVAC system still worked out a little bit. But she did text us and said that there was some good news today.
Sounds like it'll go hopefully faster, so we should be able to give you an update tomorrow.
Also wanted to give a shout out to Olivia Baumgardner, the first mention in our YouTube channel. Olivia, we know you're watching. When we were asking her the other day what types of topics or
suggestions
that we should talk about on the days when there's no construction, and she said, why don't you guys talk about the different types of coffee drinks that you guys are going to be offering at the cafe. So Adam's going to give a little bit of an explanation, and I'll add in as well. So go ahead, Adam.
So I'd say the main difference between most coffee drinks, there's kind of two things, and that is your ratio of coffee to milk. That's a big thing. How strong do you want it? How much milk do you want? Usually if you want more coffee taste, or if you want kind of more milk sweet taste. And then the other difference is kind of just extras that you get. So obviously the strongest drink you can get is just an espresso shot, and that is just straight coffee, very concentrated.
And a question, Adam, are there different options of a shot that you can get?
You can get single shots and double shots. Most people automatically, coffee shops do a double shot already, which is what we'll be doing as well.
Do as well. So from espresso, you go up to?
Yeah, so then if you want to just dilute that, you can add a little water to it, and that's an Americano. So that's kind of one of the extras you can do to kind of just dilute your espresso. And then you start kind of adding different amounts of milk. So adding just a little bit of milk, that's usually going to give you what we have here, which is a flat white. I think it's a ratio of, I forgot what it was. I think it's so one of your strongest ones with milk would be flat white, which is what we're drinking here. And then in Spain we have something called a cortado, which is about the exact same thing, but just in a smaller cup. So usually a cortado is maybe like half the size. A lot of times it's served in a glass, but it's about the same ratio of coffee to milk. If you want a little bit more milk, that's probably going to be kind of like a cappuccino. Cappuccinos also have a little bit more kind of foamy milk on top as well.
I was going to say latte before cappuccino.
No, cappuccino.
Really? Look, I'm learning things. Go ahead.
And then cappuccinos also, in addition to have more of a kind of foam on top, they sometimes have like a sprinkle of cinnamon on top or a sprinkle of chocolate powder on top,
like cocoa powder
on top. And then you can also, if you want to add other stuff to that, so you have like a mochaccino, which is just like chocolate mixed into the coffee, is another option as well. And then you get to latte, which is a common one, and latte has more milk, so it's probably the most milk. It's usually a bigger drink because it has the same amount of coffee but a lot more milk. And yeah, what are some other variations, Emily?
Yeah, people that are not coffee drinkers but are more tea drinkers really usually like a chai latte, which is a chai tea, either a chai syrup. Some people just use a chai syrup, but we're actually going to use a chai tea as our base, and then adding in a latte equivalent of
steamed
amount of milk,
yep.
steamed milk.
And then you can also add coffee to that, which is a dirty chai latte.
Yeah.
Yeah. Add that as well.
I mean, some people do a London Fog, which is Earl Grey tea with a steamed milk. Matcha latte obviously is green tea matcha with steamed milk. So, and then we are going to offer in the coffee shop, since we're going to be opening up in fall time, my favorite season, we are going to be offering a
only because she has 4,003 sweaters.
That's an exaggeration. I am a fan of I am a fan of sweaters. Huge fan of sweaters. That has nothing to do with YouTube or coffee or anything, but if you come to the coffee shop, you will see my collection of sweaters probably. Yeah. Anyway, fall sweaters. Pumpkin spice latte. We are going to have our homemade
fall sweaters pumpkin spice latte.
That's the
we will be making our own syrup, pumpkin spice, and then playing around with that too. And hopefully in Christmas, I'd like to do like a peppermint mocha syrup as well.
I would say here in Spain, they're not big on the super. We don't use syrups very much here. If it's going to be a syrup, it's homemade, which is good. But they're not big on a lot of like Starbucks is here, but not crazy Starbucks like where you have 1,000 offerings. So our cafe is going to have a limited sort of menu or carta, and we are going to offer those sort of classic beverages. And then if someone comes in and asks for something different, then we can sort of see if we can make it. But we're really going to try to stick to our core and do those things well. Yeah.
Well, one of the things too is that here in Spain, a common drink is café con leche, which is just coffee with milk, and that's really just coffee with milk, but not really foamy milk, if you want to think of it that way. It's steamed milk, but very, very lightly steamed and heated. So that's one of our debates has been, is that really a latte? Is it a flat white? What would you compare that to? So we've been thinking about that too, because most people will come into our coffee shop and they will order a café con leche. So that's one of the things we thought about too. Hi, welcome back. We switched sides.
My arm is getting tired. Anyway.
She exercised too hard. She pulled a muscle.
Anyway, today, day of, hey, we put together a plant cart. Might include a video of that onto the end of this video.
Sure.
I really love
plant carts.
I love what?
She did decorate it really well.
I decorated it really, really well. I'm proud of it.
We're gonna sign off for today. Day, what is this now?
28.
27.
This is 28. Because 25 is always the end of a week.
Oh yeah, so 26. Today's 28.
I am the numbers person. Don't ask him.
You just got cut out. Day 28. Mm-hmm. And yeah, so we'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully in the space with lots of construction.
Hopefully tomorrow.
Yeah. All right. Bye.